Daytime baseball here on MLB Network. Today, it's the second of this three-game series between the New York Yankees and the Detroit Tigers. Major League Baseball on MLB Network is next. Will be on the hit hard on the ground to short. Iglesias is up with it. And there's one down now. With that, here's a look at the Yankees starting lineup. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Matt, I can't wait to see what Aaron Judge has in store. He's in that rarefied air. Over 50 home runs last year. That's just crazy power. He can take the ball the other way. He can pull home runs. The ballparks can't contain him. When you're hitting 50 dingers, you're doing something very special.
Goodrum is after it. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
Third, center fielder number 27,
Giancarlo Stanton now. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Now the 3-2 pitch. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Stanton on his way up to second. Around second. He's on his way to third. And he'll get in there safely.
And that's his first triple of the season. The way he exploded out of the box, you knew he was determined to get to third, and he made it happen.
Here's Didi Gregorius, runner in scoring position with two gone. Men on third with two down. Popped him up. Number 70 into shallow center. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. No damage done after the two-out triple. More from MLB Network. Saturday baseball after this. Ready now, Jose Iglesias. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Judge is on his horse. He's got it one away. A moment now in Motown to check out the Tigers starting lineup. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, this offense is eager to see Miguel Cabrera return to form. Looking at the last game, it was 0 for 3, but it was the way he went about that 0 for 3. He didn't look very aggressive, and actually, he looked kind of lost to me. I'm wanting to see it. Different player in that batter's box today.
And the pitch on 2-1. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Stanton has a read on it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Down in order go the Tigers, and this is still a 0-0 ball. Into the box, Gary Sanchez. He'll do battle with Francisco Liriano to get the inning underway. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2. Liriano playing here in his age 34 season. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again. Time for a look at the Tigers on D. And let's focus our attention on one of the most dynamic defenders in our sport, and that's shortstop Jose Iglesias. I want to tell one of our camera guys, do not take your lens off this guy, because he is going to make a highlight reel play every game, and I guarantee something goes down today.
Good job of getting him to chase the ball in the dirt right there. Hey, also credit the catcher for keeping it close and finishing it off with a good throw to first. That's harder than it looks, but big league catchers make it look easy sometimes.
Stepping in now, Neil Walker. No score here as we play inning number 2. And that one got a piece of it.
You know, with 2 outs and nobody on, that's the last thing you want to do on the mound. That really gives the opposition some hope that they can do something with this inning.
Striding forward now is the DH, Aaron Hicks. First shot for him here. 2 hits in 5 trips a night ago. 3-2 to the Yankees center fielder.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes is Mr. Earl Hendricks.
Hey, D-Roll, Earl Hendricks, he's not a guy that gets a lot of complaints by either players or pitchers.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here. Leave one. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Nick Castellanos now. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Judge is there, and he makes the catch for the out. The next batter, Jamer Candelario. Now the 1-1 pitch. And he fouls this one off. Bottom of the second here with no score. Swing and a miss as he ran that 2-seamer right by him for the second out.
One of the big advantages to pitching ahead in the count if you're a pitcher, because you have to cover both pitches if you're a hitter. You have to cover the off-speed and the fastball. And in the 1-2 count, you might be sitting off-speed, and what happens? He gets the fastball, and he can't catch up to the express.
Popped high in the air. Voigt is there, and the side is retired. A nice aerial look of downtown Detroit as we welcome you back to our MLB Network broadcast from Comerica Park. Here's Miguel Andujar now. He also had 3 hits in the win last night. Oh, and look out as this runs in and gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one. Looks like he was trying to bust him inside, and he might have held on to it just a little bit too long. Just like that, the leadoff man is aboard. The 1-2 is in off the plate. Well, that's a great take there, right there, on that slider down and in. That's one of the toughest pitches to lay off of as a hitter. That hard breaking ball coming down and in at the back foot. A tough take on a good pitch. The 2-2 is looked at, and the count moves full.
This would be an absolute terrible start to the inning. After drilling the first guy, you can't allow the second guy to reach base via the wall.
Now the 3-2 pitch. High in the air out to center field. Goodrum giving chase. 1 out.
The left fielder, number 11, Brett Gardner.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Brett Gardner. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. Ready with 2 balls and a strike. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
It's amazing. I tell so many fans, you get in a box one time, the one pitch you're going to swing at more than any other is that elevated fastball. Your eyes light up as an offensive player, and you just cannot get to it.
Working for the punch out and the offering. And here's a changeup in there for a called 3rd strike, and that's the 2nd out of the inning. Now to the plate, Giancarlo Stanton. He found his way over to 3rd via a triple in his first at-bat. Here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
You know, that can really be an effective pitch to a guy that has a lot of pop. They're up there looking for a fastball up in the zone, so if you can place it a little above it, they have a hard time getting the barrel up there.
Count even at 2-2. Here's a little chopper up the middle. And a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. 1 left for the Yankees. Home half of the 3rd coming up. No score. Here's the switch hitting Victor Martinez. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home 3rd.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. Another 1-2 delivery. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Skied into very shallow right. Judge is under it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Batting 8, center fielder.
Standing in, Nico Goodrum. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting 9 for this one. And it's 1-2.
Watching him on the mound, I'm really impressed with what he's doing right now. He's been really aggressive and confident over the last couple of innings.
Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Stanton has a read on it, and that's the 2nd out of the inning.
Batting 9th, catcher, James McCann.
Now batting, James McCann. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. So digging in now, Didi Gregorius. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
So he sets him down swinging. Didi Gregorius goes down to become the first out here in the 4th.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
Stepping into the box, Luke Voigt comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Lifted out towards straightaway center field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Looks like Liriano's got it working now. Still nothing. Here's the shortstop now, Jose Iglesias. Back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
And he'll indeed make the play in foul territory for the first out.
Now batting, number 70.
At the plate, number 70. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2. First baseman Miguel Cabrera stands in. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. Frozen on strike 3 for the final out of the inning. Down in order go the Tigers through 4. Still tied. Here's Neil Walker. Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2.
That's a great job of keeping your hands back. You could tell he was totally fooled. His hip started leaking a little bit, but he was able to stay strong enough with his hands not to overcommit.
Here now the 2-2. Is swung on and missed. He got him. Riding in once again, Aaron Hicks. He flew out in his last at-bat. And this is low, ball 2. 2-1. Two balls and 2 strikes to Hicks now.
This offense has just been flailing at the plate all game long, so it's no wonder why they've only been able to pick up 1 hit so far. I'm not seeing much of a game plan from these hitters.
All even at 2-2. Here it is. High in the air out to center field. Goodrum waits on it. And that's the second out of the inning.
Now batting, third baseman.
Here's Miguel Andujar now. He was plunked with a pitch in his first trip to the plate. Two out, nobody on. Line drive to left. Mata will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. Halfway home, still no score. Now the 1-1 pitch. Fouled off. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. Next for the Tigers, Jeimer Candelario. Think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2. Oh, and a good curveball that time as it's taken for a called strike 3, and there are 2 away.
He's really on a roll right now on the mound. Back-to-back strikeouts to wrap up the last inning, and now he started this frame with the same story. 4 straight strikeouts in all.
No runs, no hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the Tigers. And he takes a big swing at that one as this one's lifted high in the air and deep out to left field. And it would have been trouble, but a great job there to pull this one in on the dead run. And that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. So back to the top of the Yankee order, digging in, Aaron Judge. He's set to start it out for the Yanks here in the 6th. Fly ball out toward left center field. Goodrum will slide over and put this one away, and that's out number 1.
The left fielder, number 11.
Here's Brett Gardner now. He was punched out looking at strike 3 last time through. Now a fastball swung on and missed, and it's full 3-2.
I mean, the obvious key right now is the movement on his two-seamer. He's able to spot it up in when he has to, and he's able to go backdoor.
Here's a high pop-up. Iglesias is right there, and that's out number 2.
The batter,
Giancarlo Stanton now.
Giancarlo Stanton.
Swung on in the dirt, strike 3. And that ends the inning. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. We are still scoreless. Here's the switch hitting Victor Martinez. He'll look to get the Tigers going in their half of the 6th.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. If they want to get things going, how about trying to get some base runners on, or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
The 1-2. Skied in the air to straightaway left. After it is Gardner. He makes the play. A fine running catch to get the first out of the inning. That was a tough play, so let's take another look at it with Showtrack. Seemed to get a solid read off the bat, took a good angle at it, and he covered over 100 feet to make the grab. And I'm sure he'll be getting some high fives for that one. In there, 1-2 now. No runs, no hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the Tigers. Swing and a miss as he ran that two-seamer right by him for the second out.
Looked to me like he had the right idea with the swing on that pitch, and he just didn't get the bat through the zone in time. The pitch was away. He let it get deep, maybe trying to take it the other way, but it got too deep and was by him by the time his barrel could get in the correct position.
Gardner is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. So 6 perfect innings for the 7th inning coming up, and we still have no score. Here's Didi Gregorius. He'll start the 7th, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Oh, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
Now batting, catcher.
So striding forward now, Gary Sanchez. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Some action now in the Tigers bullpen as they'll get a left-hander and a right-hander up to throw. And rarely do you see a player of his caliber fooled that badly, but he was tied up in knots that time. 2 away now.
Now batting.
Coming to the plate now, Luke Voigt. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. And he misses badly with a fastball here, and it's 3-1 now.
He's had command of his pitches all day, hasn't walked a soul, but we find ourselves in a 3-ball count here. Want to see how aggressive he gets in the zone.
And he lays off, ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
The batter.
Now in the box, Neil Walker. He went down on strikes last time up. Hit on the ground out to short, right to Iglesias. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. Yanks lead 1. Still no score. Here's the shortstop now, Jose Iglesias. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far.
We're moving right along into this one as we head into the late innings. Listen, if you want to score, you got to have to bunch some hits together, and they haven't been able to do that so far. So hopefully this leadoff guy, this will be the right guy at the right spot to get something going.
Popped him up. Gregorius shading to his right.
Now batting, number 70.
So stepping in, number 70. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Lifted in the air to center field. Stanton has a read on it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
The first baseman, number 24, Miguel Cabrera.
Into the box now, Miguel Cabrera, 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Way out in front. And he struck him out to retire the side, so he's through 7 complete, still working. Order go the Tigers, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. Alex Wilson been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. Payoff pitch one more time. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Goodrum moves over, makes the play, 1 away. Stepping in, Miguel Andujar hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out. And this is swung on and missed. 2 are quickly retired to start inning number 8. Here's big Aaron Judge. Ready with the 3-1. And he lays off ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here. Stepping into the box, Brett Gardner. He's hitless coming into this at-bat, so the hit streak he's been riding is on the line here.
Yeah, he's up in the double digits with it. You know he wants to keep it going as long as possible, but this very well could be the last chance to do that.
Hit down the line at first, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. Heading out towards shallow right. Castellanos moves over, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Yankees. We are still scoreless. Nick Castellanos now. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Into the corner and slicing foul. Again, a 1-2. And another foul ball. The next 1-2 pitch. Struck him out, and he becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far. Our line score there says it all to this point, or if you prefer, it doesn't say anything. Nothing, our score, as you start to wonder if anyone's going to play the run in this one. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one. And that'll bring up Mikey Mata. A ball and 2 strikes now. Got him. So that's 8 perfect innings, and the fans can feel it now as the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. More baseball. Giancarlo Stanton now, and his guys needed to get things started here in the top half of the 9th. Swing and a miss on a nice biting slider. The 1-2. Now he gets on top of one here and stops it foul right at home plate. Now another 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the ninth. Here's Didi Gregorius. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. A ball and 2 strikes to Didi Gregorius.
I have no issue wasting a pitch on 0-2 to try to get a guy to go fishing, but it has to be somewhat tempting. You're not going to get anyone to swing at a bat at that pitch.
Here he comes again, 1-2. And he struck him out as well, so he's carving right through the heart of this lineup as there are 2 away now. Pretty clear he didn't like the ball there on the outside part of the plate, but probably too good to take, and he's down on strikes for the second time.
Yeah, that pitch was right on the black. Beautiful pitch. And even if we had robot umps, he'd still be out. But the only difference would be he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
3-2 pitch. He swung on and missed. He got him. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. Still no score. Here's the switch-hitting Victor Martinez. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Grounded up the first baseline. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. The 1-2. It's the top of the zone. He struck him out looking.
Man, he is looking flat out unhittable on the mound right now. That's 5 straight punch-outs. I love it, but I think he might want to get his defense involved at some point so they don't fall asleep.
Into the box, Nico Goodrum. Lifted the other way out to left center. Stanton on the run. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
The catcher, number 34.
Digging in, James McCann. No hits to this point. And he's got another one. 13 strikeouts now, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. And this is still a 0-0 ball game. Daniel Stump takes the mound as he'll be the first man to pitch here in extra innings. Settling in now, Luke Voigt. 4th trip to the plate for him, and he's at risk of ending that nice hitting streak that he's put together.
Yeah, chances are it's on his mind, Matt, but you just have to let that get out of the way as best you can. You have to approach this at bat just like any other. Otherwise, you're just getting in your own way.
Hit sharply on the ground. Iglesias is there. Throw gets him, 2 down. Digging in to try it again, Aaron Hicks. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning. And he takes ball 3, so it's a full count now.
Well, all of the umpires in the seats thought that was strike 3, and they weren't far off, but I think that was a good call. Looked to be just a bit outside.
And he strikes him out here for out number 3, so after a scoreless top half, they'll have a chance to win it here in the bottom half. So the Yanks go 1-2, still scoreless. Here's the shortstop now, Jose Iglesias. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Struck him out and make it 14 punch-outs now in the game. Standing in, number 70. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Popped him up. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
The first baseman, number 24.
First baseman Miguel Cabrera stands in. His dominance continues on the mound, but it seems like he might be running on adrenaline only at this point.
Yeah, he's been so great in this one. You want to see him finish what he started, but you also have to start worrying about things like injuries. He's thrown a lot of pitches in this one, and some guys are just more...
And the center fielder is under it to make a catch, and do much more than this. 10 perfect innings as he set down 30 straight. The 1-1 home. To short. Iglesias is up with it. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. Here's big Aaron Judge. It was a walk in his last trip. He bailed him out with a swing. 3-2 now. And this is swung on and missed, and the 11th inning is not going to plan here. There are 2 away. Here's Brett Gardner now, 0 for 4 with a strikeout thus far. Lifted the other way to left center. Mata sprinting after it. He makes the catch. What a play on the run to end the inning. 1-2-3 go the Bombers. Still no score. Nick Castellanos now. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Zach Britton will come on in relief as he'll make his second appearance of the season so far. Judge looks up, and that ball is gone! Game over! A solo shot here to straightaway right field. And with one swing of the bat, this ball game is over.
Hey, when you get to extra innings, you're looking to piece together a rally or scratch any runs you can across the plate. But he says, hey, to heck with that. I'm going to do it with one swing of the bat. So a walk-off home run ends this thing in extras. That was fun.
The outing turned in by the man you see there certainly can't go unrecognized. Francisco Liriano. Put that on a bubblegum card. He's our top player in the game.
Well, I thought he did a real nice job on the mound, guys. He threw strikes and mixed his pitches really well. And in the end, his performance helped propel them to another victory.
Daytime baseball here on MLB Network. We celebrate Jackie Robinson Day with a great matchup. But be a premier pitching matchup. Two of the league's hardest throwers go head-to-head next. Stepping in, Aaron Judge. And we are ready for some daytime baseball. Left side. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit. Stepping in, Brett Gardner. Coming into this one against Michael Fulmer. He's gone 2 for 5. Ready with the payoff pitch. And this is down at knee level as it's chopped foul at home plate. Judge on at first, nobody out. Pulled toward right center field. Reyes on the move. He's got it one away. With that, here's a look at the Yankees starting lineup. Dan Plesac, who are you focused on?
Well, I think all opposing pitchers are going to have their hands full with Brett Gardner. He leads the team in on-base percentage, and we all know that's become a highly valued stat in today's game. He makes things happen for his offense, and a lot of times when he's going good, the lineup is too. In a double play situation, that's the location you want a guy to swing at. More than likely, he's going to beat it into the ground.
1-2 pitch is a slider that misses. 2-2. Runner at first here, 1 man out. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away. Now at the plate, Didi Gregorius. It was an 0 for 4 day for him in yesterday's loss. The 2-1. Bounce to first. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Nice execution right there. Ball was down below the knees. He stayed through it and was able to drive it for a base hit.
In now, Gary Sanchez is put in play to the right side of the infield. Throw on to first, and the Yankee threat goes by the boards as the inning is over. Yanks strand a pair. Nothing for the Yankees in the first. Luis Severino gets the ball for the Yankees in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, coming off his last start where he threw a no-hitter. Let's see how he backs that one up. How long will this no-hit bid continue? There's a called strike on a changeup, not a particularly good one. That changeup up in the zone like this oftentimes gets hit very hard. Was able to get away with it that time, but if he's going to be successful, he's going to need to get that changeup down in the zone around the knees.
And now a look at the hometown Tigers starting lineup in this one. Mark, daytime baseball at home. What do we need to know about these guys?
Matty, these are the lineups you want to be in. Driving to the ballpark, you got a cup of coffee in your hand, you look at the flags and they're blowing straight out. You're running to the manager's office if your name's not in the lineup. It just takes one.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Down in order go the Tigers. Here's Neil Walker. He was hitless in yesterday's shutout loss, as were many of his teammates. The 1-2. Fouled away. Well, fans of good pitching are in for a treat today. What can we expect from today's matchup, guys?
I know everyone loves the long ball, Matty, but this is why I pay the price of a ticket right here. Two of the game's best, two of the hardest throwers competing at the top of their game. Dan, you have to love this stuff.
You know, D-Row, we thought coming into this one it was going to be a low-scoring affair. Both of these pitchers look like they're locked in early, and runs are going to be really difficult to come by. They both look like they're on point so far.
So it was a swinging strike 3. Neil Walker becomes the first out of the inning. Popped him up. Candelario has a play. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Batting 8th, third baseman, Miguel Andujar.
Here's Miguel Andujar now. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Good time to call the change as he swings and misses for strike 2. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Reyes on the move. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Now at the plate, Jeimer Candelario. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up Mikey Mata.
Left fielder, Mikey.
Liner toward right center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Batting 10th, designated hitter, Victor.
Here's the switch hitting Victor Martinez. Previous history with Luis Severino, just a 1 for 9. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a 2-seamer, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. We'll move to the third with no score. A nice aerial look of downtown Detroit as we welcome you back to our MLB Network broadcast from Comerica Park. Stepping up to the plate, Luke Voigt, as we are all set to begin the third inning in this one. And it's fouled away. Another full count pitch home. Bottom dropped out on him, and that's a strikeout. And he makes the throw to first. Voigt is retired, and there's 1 away.
How about right fielder?
At the plate, Aaron Judge. He singled his last time up. The 1-2. Chopped weakly to the left. To his left, Candelario. And that's the second out.
Up next for the Yankees, left fielder.
Here's Brett Gardner now. Flied out in his first at-bat, so making 0 for 1 so far. Gets him to swing at a pitch down and out of the zone. 1-2.
I know there's 2 outs right here, but your job as the number 2 hole hitter, especially with the monsters hitting behind you, find a way to get on base. Maybe a little 2-out lightning on the horizon.
The next 1-2 pitch. Down the first baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Still a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2.
I got to commend him for being a really tough out right now. Not everyone will battle like this with 2 outs and nobody on.
Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. And the throw to first ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. Half of the third coming up. No score. So striding in, number 42, 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second, with a punch out, 1 away. Next up for Detroit, Nico Goodrum. He's ready for his first at-bat of his early season contest.
Hey, you got to respect the first baseman getting dirty right there, but that batter was able to shoot that right past him.
Stepping up now, James McCann. Previous history with Luis Severino. He's 2 for 4. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And that nearly broke our scoreless tie. Instead, it's a foul ball. Goodrum, a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning.
Hey, I'm loving this right now. Classic battle. 5 foul balls in a row. I'd love to see this next one put in play for sake of pace of play, but I love the fact that it's battle.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. James McCann becomes out number 2 this inning.
In a double play situation, you kind of expect most pitches to be down in the zone, hoping for a ground ball. So that was an interesting pitch selection to go up in the zone. I think he caught him off guard a little bit.
And Stanton will put this one away, and the inning is over. 1 left for Detroit. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. The 1-1 home. High pop-up. And he'll reach to his right to make the catch for out number 1. So with that, let's call on the guys in the graphics department to put up the pitch speed comparison for the 2 starters. And boy, which of those 2 numbers leap out at you there? How about the 100? My goodness. Fastball too high, ball 4.
Yeah, the guy's been on fire lately, hitting anything close. So I think this is the way to go here. Get the bat out of his hands any way that you can.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Strike 2 swinging. Still all zeros in the run column here in the 4th inning. Dan, does this continue, or does somebody score here?
Oh, you have to love it. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
And rarely do you see a player of this caliber fooled that badly, but he was tied up in knots that time. 2 away now.
Second baseman.
Wow, that's the case right there where a pitcher knows this guy's up there and he's in swing mode. That pitch wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he still swung at it.
The ball and 2 strikes.
You can tell this offense is getting frustrated, but this might be one you have to shower off. When a guy's locating like this, fastball at the knees and to both corners, it's going to be tough for them to do anything with it.
And he'll stay alive here as this is chopped foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. The next 1-2 pitch. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire. In now, number 42 comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these 2 teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Dan, I'll tell you, it doesn't matter what it looks like right there. That lawn dart felt so good.
Oh, Dero, this guy's been due. He really needed that one.
And here's a swing and a miss from Cabrera as he set down on strikes, and there's 1 away. The next batter 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. 1-2. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ball game.
This has not been a weekend to remember for him. He's just been completely lost at the plate, flailing all over the place. Now that's his 6th strikeout of the series. They've really got him figured out.
And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here. Next for New York, Aaron Hicks. He's 0 for 1 thus far. The 1-1 home. Swinging a soft liner down the line in right. Foul. So earlier in the broadcast, we mentioned that we might be seeing a pitcher's duel today, and these two guys have certainly delivered on that promise.
Yeah, Matty, executing a game plan to a T. Both guys with big power arms, establishing the fastball, and then using their off-speed to get these guys and keep them honest.
You know what, Dero, in the day and age where we're seeing a lot of high-scoring games, it's kind of refreshing to see two pitchers on point like they are in this one. Runs going to be at a premium. Both these guys look super locked in.
Swing and a misses. He couldn't connect on the two-seamer, and that's out number 1.
Nice two-seam fastball there. You don't usually see a lot of swings and misses with that pitch unless it's really moving. So that one must have had some real good late life.
2 balls and a strike.
Well, that two-seam fastball ran a little too much off the plate, but now that sets him up to work with something away and maybe even an off-speed pitch.
And he fouls this one off. The 2-2. He swung on and missed, strike 3. Now at the plate, Luke Boyd. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. The 1-1. The short hit hard. Goodrum loves it. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. The Yanks go 1-2-3. Halfway home, still no score. So coming to the plate, Victor Martinez. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Gardner going back out of here to the deepest part of the yard. Into the box now, number 42. For Walker now at second. Reined in. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning. Into the box now, Nico Goodrum. 1 run in and 1 gone so far in this inning. 1 out, nobody on. And he struck him out. So double digits now. 10 strikeouts for him thus far.
That's 10 strikeouts for him now, and I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
Now the 1-1 pitch. He's in there for strike number 2.
Hey, nice job of bouncing back after the leadoff homer. 2 quick outs after the bomb, and he's got a chance to get out of this.
Down the third baseline. Scooped up on the backhand. And he's safe.
You know, Dero, as a pitcher, that could be so frustrating. You're trying to go out there and make quality pitches, and that was a really good pitch. And I would be willing to bet you he's surprised.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. That remote, more on MLB Network right after this. Here's big Aaron Judge. And Dan, he and his fellow top-of-the-order hitters haven't really offered much help for this lineup so far.
No, your 1, 2, 3 guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action, and they just haven't been up to the task so far in this one. Still time for them to turn it around, though. We'll see if it happens.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Another try at 2-2. And he rings up another one. Make it 9 strikeouts for him in the game. Here's Brett Gardner now. 0 for 2 for him to this point. A good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
I mean, the obvious key right now is the movement on his two-seamer. He's able to spot it up in when he has to, and he's able to go backdoor.
Tried to shoot the corner, and he missed it. 2-2. there's one well above the zone for a ball.
With the meat of the order due up next, you can probably expect to see something you can handle here with the full count as the 2-hole hitter.
Lifted down the line in left. Mata is in pursuit. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
Now batting.
Digging in now for the Yankees, Giancarlo Stanton. He got under one and popped out his last time up. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
We're seeing him in an absolute groove out there in the mound right now. Retired 7 straight, and mechanically, he looks really consistent and fluid to me.
And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ballgame, and digging in and looking for more, number 42. He singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. And it's 1-2. This one for the shortstop, Gregorius. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Now batting.
First baseman Miguel Cabrera stands in. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. For Walker now at second. Throw on to first will take care of Cabrera for the second out.
Up next for the Tigers.
The next batter, Jeimer Candelario. 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball. In order go the Tigers, but they're up 1-0. Here's Didi Gregorius. He'll start the 7th, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Oh, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
Sent on the ground out to second. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7. Ready for another shot now, Gary Sanchez, who struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. Pops this one up. Cabrera is there. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Here's Neil Walker, 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1, 2, 3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. Misses, ball 2. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. Count remains 2-2. The 2-2 one more time. Tried to stay back on the changeup there, but this is chopped foul at home plate.
Hey, this is a heck of a battle right here. Long AB. You know what? They find themselves still facing the starter. If they would have had
a swing and a miss, that retires the side, and that will do it. 3 go the Bombers. It remains 1-0. And that'll bring up Mikey Mata. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
The batter, designated hitter,
Victor Martinez will stand in again as we take you back to earlier in the ballgame. This one swing here has been the entire offense to this point, as this home run accounted for the only run they've tallied so far. Bases are empty, 1 man out. He's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ballgame. Ready for another chance. Number 42. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. Called strike that time, and it's even at 2-2.
Oh, he thanks his lucky stars right there, getting away with that hanger. I cannot believe he didn't pull the trigger on that pitch.
That's out to left. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does. 7 in a row he's set down now as the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit, but they hold a 1-0 lead. In now is the Yankees DH, Aaron Hicks. He's popped out and struck out in his first 2 plate appearances.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
The leadoff hitter finds his way on base. Should be interesting to see the cat and mouse with the manager. Does he use the bunt right here? Do we put a little hit and run on? Do we go old school, new school, and just let him swing away? Should be interesting.
Hicks gets his lead at first, nobody out. Swinging a soft liner in there, a base hit. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
Danny, how frustrating is this right here? First and third, you got problems all over.
Boy, you come right out of the dugout, right? You're starting an inning fresh. You're expecting to have a 1-2-3 inning. You look up, and all of a sudden, first and third, nobody out. It's time to make some good pitches.
Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1.
Well, the Yankees have been searching for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to see if they can get it, but now it sure would be a good time.
Here's the 2-1 home. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. In comes the runner from third, and we are tied here in the 8th.
You know, D-Row, in today's game, it's not easy scoring in the late innings, so that RBI base hit to tie things up, that comes at a really good time.
Yeah, I say it's not easy. They got 11 guys in the bullpen, and I don't think a guy throws under 97 miles an hour with sinking cut. That is unbelievable. He's able to get that knock in that big spot.
Blaine Hardy will come on in relief now as he'll make his 10th appearance of the season. The second for 1 on to first, so he comes right out of the bullpen and gets the double play.
Gotta love that out of your reliever, right? The first batter he faces, he gets to roll over into a double play. Hold the right string that time, Skip.
Digging in, Brett Gardner. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind it because,
well, the left fielder's on it, and that retires the side. Yankees forced to settle for 1. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. All tied at 1-1. Now at the plate, Nico Goodrum. He got called out on strikes his last time through. Lifted the other way to left center. On the move is Stanton. 1 out.
Now batting.
2 very well-pitched games thus far. There you see it. Each team with a 1 and a whole lot of zeros. 1-1 our score at this point in the ballgame. Things have been tight throughout. Swung on and missed, and it's even at 2-2. Got him. As he just continues to mow down these hitters. 13 strikeouts now. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, number 42. 4th trip to the plate now, and he's hitless to this point.
Yeah, he and his teammates have really been shut down by some very good pitching in this one. Been fun for a guy like me to watch.
This is in the air to center. Does he have another 1-2-3 for the Ledger? He most certainly does. 10 straight he's retired now as that ends the inning. Down in order go the Tigers. Score remains deadlocked at 1. Shane Green will be on the mound to start the 9th inning, and his job will be keeping the ballgame tied until the bottom half. A ball and 2 strikes now. One and 2, here it comes. They try to come in with the fastball, but it's too far in, and it's even at 2-2. And it looks like a right-hander's got enough to throw in the Tiger bullpen. 2-2 count. Here it comes. Missed with a slider.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
Swing and a little tapper. That rolls foul, and they'll do it again. He's set, and the payoff pitch. Very weakly on the ground. Struck him out again, I should say. His third punch out of the game. Final line there for the Detroit starting pitcher. Great day's work any way you look at it. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Didi Gregorius. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. And he lays off, ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here. Coming to the plate now, Gary Sanchez. It's 1 away. The runner at first represents the potential go-ahead score. Double play is in order, however. Hit down the third baseline, but this will wind up foul as he runs the count full now. Possible go-ahead runs on first, 1 away. And he misses with it, ball 4. So the potential go-ahead run moves into scoring position now.
Well, when you go with a slider there in a full count, you're hoping that the hitter is thinking fastball and swings through it. Didn't work out that way, though. He lays off and gets the free pass.
The 1-1 pitch. And a breaking ball stays outside.
A lot of times you see guys get too aggressive and try to do too much at the plate with guys on, but right here he's doing a great job of waiting on the right pitch. Got himself ahead in the count now.
Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball. 2-2.
Don't kid yourself. He's well aware that he has the hat trick right now. And after that swinging strike, he's looking at the golden sombrero.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. On the ground is short. Could this be 2? There's 1. On to Cabrera at first. It's a twin killing, and the side is retired. A couple of walks, but no damage. More to come on MLB Network Sunday. Digging in, number 42. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Dylan Betances will come on and make his 4th appearance in this campaign. Started that swing a bit too early. And he struck him out, so he's down on strikes for the 2nd time this afternoon. Final line there for the Yankees starting pitcher. It was a really nice day on the mound for him. Striding in, Miguel Cabrera. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. There to play it is Walker, and there are 2 gone now. And next it'll be the Tigers cleanup hitter, Jeimer Candelario. He went down on strikes last time up. 1-2 now. The 1-2. He swung on and missed, strike 3. 3 up, 3 remains tied 1-1. Next will be the designated hitter, Aaron Hicks. Head-to-head battles with Shane Green. He's 1 for 3. 1-1. Lined hard toward right center. And a knock for him this time. He's 2 for 4 for the game.
Chalk up another multi-hit game for this guy. He is absolutely on fire. He's been on a nice hot streak as of late, and I don't see it ending anytime soon.
Standing in now, Miguel Andujar. High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. Reyes going back on it, still ranging back. And as Yankees fans hear on television quite frequently, see ya! 2-run shot to straightaway center as they've taken a 2-run lead.
You think it's easy to be a pitcher at this level? Well, when the number 8 hitter takes you deep, you know there's no such thing as an easy out.
Daniel Stump is into the ball game now as he'll make his 5th appearance of the season here. Into the box, Luke Voigt. 2 balls and a strike to the Yankees' first baseman. Slider can't find the zone here, and he's behind now 3-1.
It'd be great right here if he was able to work himself on base. You got the leadoff hitter on deck, and you know the middle of the order's coming up right behind him.
And the good fastball there finds the zone as the count goes full now, 3-2. Takes this the other way to right. A dive, and oh, he can't hang on. And a nice job to get the ball in quickly. He'll be held to a single here with nobody out.
Dan, as a former pitcher, are you privy to this guy? I mean, he's been swinging the bat well. I know it's only April, but he's been using the entire field, staying line to line.
That's what makes it so hard as a pitcher.
Meanwhile now, this is a fair ball down the line in left, and that ought to be good for extra bases. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out. Absolutely scorched that base hit.
Worthy of some show track love, and as you see it, it came off the bat at 110 miles an hour. That's definitely squaring the ball up.
Stepping in now, Brett Gardner. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. Voigt at third. Judge is at second with nobody out. Slow roller back to the mound. And that's out number 1.
Now batting.
Striding into the box, Giancarlo Stanton. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. And it looks as though the decision makers in the dugout will give him a free pass to first, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force play is now in order. The 1-2 is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 3. Digging in now, Gary Sanchez. No hits in 3 tries so far. He struck out once. Trying to keep the deficit right where it is. The pitch. 1-2 now. 2 out, bases loaded. Leg on the mound. Great support from his infield, though, as that's the 3rd out. Weird way to end the inning. So they do strike for 2, but it could have been much worse as they strand the bases loaded. So now we'll see if these guys can get even in the bottom of inning number 10. It's the Yankees 3. Aroldis Chapman takes the ball, looking to make sure this game goes no further. Save situation here in inning number 10. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Gardner is right there as he puts it away, no problem for the first down. Digging in the switch hitter, Victor Martinez. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Count is 1-2 now. Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and have backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
Batters swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Hey, it took them an extra frame to do it, but hey, they're not going to complain as they lock up a nice road victory here in 10 innings.
3-1 the final score this afternoon. Dylan Betances claims the win out of the pen, his first. Aroldis Chapman closes the door for the save, his second. So that'll just about do it. For my partners Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasker.
It's Monday morning and welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the American League East, the New York Yankees held the opposition at bay with only 4 hits as they took down the Tigers in Detroit 3-1. Entering the day's action, the Tigers are in 3rd place in the AL Central, while the Yankees sit in 1st place in the American League East Division. The Philadelphia Phillies grabbed 13 hits in the game as they took down the Rays in St. Petersburg 7-3. Heading into the day, the Rays sit in last place in the American League East Division, while the Phillies sit in 3rd place in the National League East Division. Josh Donaldson was fantastic at the plate, collecting 5 hits, helping the Indians push past the Blue Jays 12-5. At the start of the day, the Indians are sitting atop the AL Central, and the Blue Jays sit in 3rd place in the American League East Division. The Baltimore Orioles took down the Red Sox on the road 2-1. In the standings, the Red Sox sit in 2nd place in the American League East Division, and the Orioles are 4th in the division. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim got 12 hits in this one as they beat the Royals in Kauffman Stadium 6-5. As of today, the Royals sit in 3rd place in the American League Central, and the Angels are in 3rd place in the AL West. The Twins took down the Chi Sox in front of a home crowd 3-2. As of right now, the Twins sit in 2nd place in the AL Central Division, while the White Sox are 3rd in the division. The Oakland Athletics sent 3 balls into the seats as they bested the Mariners in Safeco Field 7-4. Heading into the day, the Mariners sit in 2nd place in the American League West, while the Athletics are at the bottom of the division. Carlos Correa was a major force at the plate with 6 RBIs, leading the Stros to a win over the Rangers 12-7. At the start of the day, the Astros sit in 1st place in the American League West Division, and the Rangers are 4th in the division. The Miami Marlins combined for 10 hits as a team as they sank the visiting Buccos 6-1. Entering the day's action, the Marlins are in 3rd place in the NL East, and the Pirates are in 2nd place in the NL Central. The Rockies hit 3 long balls as they took down the Nationals in Washington 10-7. As of today, the Nationals are in 1st place in the NL East, while the Rockies are in 1st place in the NL West. The Mets knocked out 12 hits as a team as they got the best of the Brewers at home 6-3. As of right now, the Mets are in 2nd place in the NL East, while the Brewers are in last place in the NL Central. The Atlanta Braves went deep 4 times as they bested the Cubbies at Wrigley Field 7-0. In the standings, the Cubs sit in 1st place in the National League Central Division, and the Braves sit in last place in the National League East. Jack Flaherty got his first career win, helping lead the Cards past Cincinnati 3-2. At the start of the day, the Reds sit in 4th place in the National League Central Division, while the Cardinals are 3rd in the division. The Diamondbacks allowed only 5 hits in the game as they pushed past the Dodgers at Chavez Ravine 6-3. Heading into the day, the Dodgers are in 2nd place in the NL West, while the Diamondbacks are 4th in the division. The Padres defeated the visiting Giants 6-5. As of today, the Padres sit in last place in the National League West Division, and the Giants are 3rd in the division. And that'll do it for today. Enjoy the games, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
From the Bronx, MLB Network brings you baseball from Yankee Stadium. Tonight, the first of this quick two-game series between the Miami Marlins and the New York Yankees. Two great hitters lead their teams to battle next on MLB Network. Jay Happ, a southpaw from Illinois, gets the starting call in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, how good has this guy been up to this point? In a day and age where guys and teams are scoring lots of runs, to have an ERA sub-2, that's saying something. Hopefully, we're going to see more of the same from this guy, one of the top pitchers in all the league.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Starlin Castro is retired to kick off the inning. And he takes strike three called, and it's a pair of punch-outs that begin the ball game.
Batting third.
Up next from Miami, JT Realmuto, and he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. And that is in there for a two-out base knock.
Dan, as a former pitcher, are you privy to this guy? I mean, he's been swinging the bat well. I know it's only April, but he's been...
Threw it right past him, a swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. Marlins leave one, and now the Yankees. Trevor Richards will be on the mound for the series opener. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, Matt, 5 full innings for this guy in his last one. You couldn't really consider that a powerhouse outing. He was able to get a no decision, but are looking for a lot more in this one today.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch out. Miguel Andujar is retired for the first out here in the bottom half of the first. They'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now. Really tied him up on that one.
Yeah, clearly didn't recognize where that was going to end up, Matt. If I were pitching, I might go right back in there.
Oh, look at the sliding stop. And, the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he'll reach it first.
Man, there's just no excuse for a middle infielder to make a play like that, especially your shortstop. Looked like a routine play, but for some reason, he just pulled the first baseman off the bag. It happens, but you never want to give a team extra outs.
In now, Brett Gardner. Hit swung on and missed the throw. He is not in time. Pretty close, but he got in there safely.
Good steal of second there, and that really sets up the middle of this order to drive in a run and break this scoreless ball game. Always great if you can score first early in the game.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. Here's Manny Machado now. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. A swing and a miss on a ball way outside the strike zone, and the inning is ready now for the Marlins. Martin Prado, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Well hit, but also well fouled into the seats in left. The 1-2. Swing, high drive, left field and deep. Nearly a big fly to start the inning instead of foul ball. Line drive to center field. And that will fall in front of Stanton. It's a base hit. With that, the Marlins get a good start to the inning with their leadoff man aboard.
Definitely tried to elevate the heater right there with 2 strikes, but caught way too much of the plate. Nice execution by the hitter.
Ready now, Brian Anderson. He's assuming the role of DH in this interleague matchup.
Yeah, Matt, that's one of the funny things about National League teams playing in AL ballparks. All of a sudden, the lineup kind of changes dramatically. But the cool thing is it gives more guys a chance to get some at-bats or time in the field.
Popped him up. And nope, this one falls, so he'll get another shot. Struck him out. That's back-to-back strikeouts now as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out of the stretch right now, Matt. He's taking control of this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he...
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that... Here's Neil Walker as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second. 1-1 is taken for ball 2. Guys, this Marlins ball club, as they begin play here tonight, they've been playing better than 500 baseball of late, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
Yeah, Matty, this team's in the grind part of their schedule right now. Just had a short homestand, able to say hello to the family, kiss the wife, tuck the kids in at night, and they're back on the road again. This should be interesting to see the energy this team plays with today.
And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1. Giancarlo Stanton now, hitless in 4 tries in the ball game yesterday. 3-1.
Yep, it's 3-1.
Hot shot on the ground is short. And the Yankees have their first hit of the ball game.
Nice execution right there. Ball was down below the knees. He stayed through it and was able to drive it for a base hit.
For the plate now is the designated hitter, Didi Gregorius. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Bottom of the second here with no score. Bounce slowly back toward the mound. Throw gets him, 2 down. At the plate, Luke Voigt, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. From the stretch. A ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2.
Well, 2 straight fastballs inside haven't put him away. So now it'll be interesting to see what he turns to.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Now to the plate, number 44, and he'll start out their half of the third, top of the order to follow. The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Stanton has a read on it, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Now batting, shortstop,
Digging in for his second at-bat, Miguel Rojas. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
I know he wants that pitch back. He put good wood on that ball. But let's give credit to the pitcher right there. Great arm action on that changeup. Got him a little bit out in front.
Voit is going to have room as he puts it away right in front of the dugout. Miami down in order. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Into the box, Gary Sanchez, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. 1-2 to the Yankees catcher.
You know, that can really be an effective pitch to a guy that has a lot of pop. They're up there looking for a fastball up in the zone, so if you can place it a little above it, they have a hard time getting the barrel up there.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Gary Sanchez is retired for the first out here in the bottom half of the third. So 1-1 home. Strike 2 swinging.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss, and another punch out here. 6 already, and that's out number 2. Here's big Aaron Judge. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Stepping in and ready for another shot, JT Realmuto. A base hit in his first trip. A bouncer up the middle, taken in by Machado. Throw to first in time, 1 gone here in the 4th.
Now batting, number 45.
So here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, number 45. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Strike 2 called, and it's even at 2. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
Up next for the Marlins.
Everybody's different coming out of spring training. Some guys get off to torrid starts, some guys struggle. This is one that struggled, but maybe that single gets him going.
And that'll get down for a base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners following the 1-out single.
Chalk up another multi-hit game for this guy. He is absolutely on fire. He's been on a nice hot streak as of late, and I don't see it ending anytime soon.
Into the box now, Brian Anderson. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ballgame for him.
Well, their chances of pushing across a run took a pretty good hit after that strikeout. It's so much tougher to score a guy from third with 2 outs instead of 1. Basically, you need a hit, or you need to get lucky with a wild pitch or a pass ball.
He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. A little bouncer. The next 3-2. Heading out towards shallow right. Judge is under it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Marlins strand a pair. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Here's Brett Gardner now. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Popped him up. And no one can get there. They'll try it again. Fouled off. The 2-2. Gets him swinging. He struck him out. Here's Manny Machado now, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. 1-1. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
Man, this has been a game filled of a lot of swings and misses. Not very many confident swings, and this team up there, they'd swing at a butterfly right now if it flew in front of the plate. Lots of swings, lots of misses, a lot of ugly at-bats for this team right now.
And he'll continue this roll he's on. Make it 6 strikeouts in a row. Gracious, 2 away.
Second baseman.
Now batting, Neil Walker, 0 for 1 after a pop-out in foul territory his first time through. Oh, they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1-2.
Boy, he looks strong up there on the mound this inning. He's got a chance to punch out the side in order, and against the middle of the order, too.
Fouled away. Started to chase there. They'll appeal it down to third, and no swing. It's ball 2. Here now the 2-2. And it's fouled away. The 2-2 one more time. Hard on the ground towards short. And Walker will reach. It's a base hit. Giancarlo Stanton will get a chance in the inning following the base hit. So a 2-out single there as we check out the teams with the highest batting averages here in the first month of the season. And in fact, that number is not only the highest in all the American League, but is actually the highest in all of baseball. The 1-1 takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2. Walker is off at first with 2 away. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game. Leave 1 through 4. Still tied. Nothing. And that'll bring in the multi-dimensional Lewis Brinson. He'll start off the 5th in this one. The 1-2. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that nearly broke our tie, but instead it's a foul ball. Lifted into the air out towards center field. Therefore it is Stanton, and he's got it for the first out.
Now batting, number 44.
So digging in now, number 44. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. A bouncer to the left side. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, dealer in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
And a dive out there in left center, but he can't come up with it. Here comes the runner around third on his way home. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Well, there's one way to get our first run of the game across. Good hustle there on an RBI triple, and they're in good shape to possibly make it 2-0.
Meanwhile, this ball gets down. It's a base hit. And that'll plate their second run of the game as they take a 2-0 lead.
Now batting.
I guarantee you at release point, he wanted to pull this pitch back. Change up, middle of the plate, usually gets deposited in seats.
Walker is there for it. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. So here's the cleanup hitter, number 45. A hit in 2 tries so far. The 2-2. High in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Trying to send him packing for the second time. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. Last half of the 5th. Down in front, 2-0. Here's Didi Gregorius. He leads off in the bottom of the fifth as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now is maybe when they start thinking about ways to get the guy on the mound out of his rhythm a bit.
And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
Great AB so far. I'd really like to see this guy work a walk and get on base for this team. Maybe give them a shot of confidence that they got a shot to get back in this one.
And that misses, ball 4 now. It's a leadoff walk to get the home half of the fifth underway. Stepping into the box, Luke Boyd comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Runner goes for second. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The throw. The tag by Castro, and he's out at second base.
Now batting, catcher, Gary.
Standing in, Gary Sanchez. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. 3-1 to him now. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far.
Three-two counts are usually a time to challenge the hitter, but I think he'll be careful here. Shoot for the corner, and if you miss and you walk him, so what? That's better than him putting one in the seats.
And he's got another one here. 12 punch-outs now in the ballgame, and that'll end the inning. Down in order go the Yankees. They trail it here 2-0. Martin Prado now. Couple of singles to his credit thus far. And a changeup right down the middle. Heading out towards shallow right. Judge is under it. 1 away.
The batter, number 15.
So to the plate, the Marlins DH, Brian Anderson. He's hoping to avoid the hat trick. He struck out in each of his first 2 plate appearances so far. And quickly 2 are gone now here in the visitors' half of the 6th.
Now batting.
Digging in once again, Derek Dietrich. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
Adapt and persevere. That's what I always said on the offensive side. Down in the count right there. Batter hits a ground ball the other way. He's able to fight off a tough count and get himself a base hit.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that is left for Miami as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Here's Miguel Andujar now. He'll start the inning, and we're back to the top of the order, but they haven't looked too dangerous in this one yet, right, guys?
Well, none of them have any hits yet, so you're right on the money. They've done a great job of holding these guys down so far.
Another opportunity for him here, so we'll see if anything changes.
Boy, this guy's been swinging a hot stick lately, and there's just another example. And even when he doesn't hit one on the barrel, he still manages another base hit.
Yeah, don't overthink it. When you're flowing like he is right now, he's hot as a pistol. Everything's falling.
Standing in now, Aaron Judge. Got him. As he just continues to mow down these hitters. 13 strikeouts now. Ready once again, Brett Gardner. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Working for the punch-out and the offering. Stays alive, still 0-2. Andujar leads off first with 1 away. He struck him out. The 3rd time he's fanned in the game. Here's Manny Machado now. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point.
Manny Machado.
From the belt, the pitch. Hit hard to short. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 1 left for the Yankees. They trail things here 2-0. At the plate, number 44. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Nat. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. So he gets the swinging strikeout on the changeup. Starlin Castro goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Still 2-2. Swing and a little blooper to center. Stanton coming on. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins, but they're on top 2-0. Here's Neil Walker. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. The 1-1. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Got him. And that's number 15 for the ball game. Riding in once again, Giancarlo Stanton. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. A swing and a miss at a ball down. Struck him out. Strikeout number 16 thus far, as he's had a whale of a ball game.
Fooled him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys, because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
No runs, 3 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. So the Yanks go 1, 2, 3. They're down 2-0. So striding forward now, JT Realmuto. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Count even at 2-2 to the Marlins catcher.
That ball's foul.
Hey, he looked like he was a little bit out in front on that breaking ball right there. The body can go a little bit. If he was able to keep his hands back a little bit, he might have been able to do some damage with that pitch.
Gardner has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1. Next will be the cleanup hitter, number 45. He went down on strikes last time up. Now the 2-1. It's the outside corner for the second strike. 1 out, nobody on. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one. Now in the box, Martin Prado. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Called strike, and he's behind 1-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. The 1-2. Fly ball right down the line in left. Gardner is there. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Miami down in order. They're up 2-0. Drew Steckenrider is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. Coming to the plate now, Luke Voigt. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. 2 balls and a strike to the Yankees' first baseman.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
3-1 to him now. The 3-1 is swung on and missed, and that's a full count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Somebody needs to go rattle the cage right here. Take the bats and start throwing them all over the dugout to get these boys going. If this continues, I guarantee you see a different lineup tomorrow.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Number 44 has the best view of this one, so he'll take it for the first out.
Up next for the Yankees.
So stepping in, Gary Sanchez. No hits to this point. The 1-1 home. Misses, ball 2. Steckenrider is a guy known for his lights-out stuff. He tends to rack up strikeout numbers at a very high rate. However, he does at times get wild. Walks have come back to bite him on more than one occasion.
You know, it's not uncommon, Matty V, for a relief pitcher to come in with really good stuff. And it seems like he's either really hit and miss. He'll rack up a lot of strikeouts, but if he's not quite on, he'll also rack up a lot of base on balls. And that can cause a pitching coach and a manager to really start to pull their hair out.
What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his third tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out, a strikeout is just as good.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. One pilot here, 2-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network as we're back at Yankee Stadium for the top of the ninth. Swings through it for strike number 2. And he struck out again. That's the third time he's gone down on strikes in this one. Into the box now, Derek Dietrich. He singled his last time up.
That's the third time in this game he's gone down on strikes. Not the game he was hoping to have when he was taking batting practice, but at least his guys are ahead.
Here's another 1-2. Got him. So he's down on strikes for the second time here tonight. And that'll bring in the multi-dimensional Lewis Brinson. No hits in 3 tries so far. He struck out once. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Marlins, but they hold a 2-0 lead. Kyle Fairclough, the man called on to close this one and earn a save in the ninth. Here's big Aaron Judge. And Dan, what's gone wrong for this lineup today? They're only 3 outs away from being shut out.
Boy, you know, I just haven't seen a lot of fight in these at-bats. Now, of course, plenty of credit goes to that pitching, but the effort on the offensive side has been pretty lethargic watching from up here in the booth, Matt.
Yeah, I would imagine it feels the same from watching in the stands in this one. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His third punch out of the game. Digging in, Brett Gardner. 3 at-bats for him in this one, all ending with him going down on strikes. The 1-1 home. And this is fouled at the plate. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Misses, ball 2. Hit on the ground out to short. Rojas has it, and the throw is dropped. My gracious. Luckily for him, though, there'll be no advance. Stepping into the box, Manny Machado. He was a ground out victim last time up. The 1-1 misses for the second ball.
They're guys they rely on to get their offense going. They need a rally, so we'll see if he can spark one here.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Inside for a ball as he falls behind to him here. 3-1.
We all know this guy is a great hitter. In a 3-1 count, this is just what he's looking for. He loves to hit when the count's in his favor like this.
Hit hard toward the right side. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon. The relay, and this will wind up a closer play than I thought, but he's in there with 2 bases. Absolutely scorched that base hit.
Worthy of some show track love, and as you see it, it came off the bat at 110 miles an hour. That's definitely squaring a ball up.
So striding in, Neil Walker, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Walker lays off there. It's 2 balls and a strike.
No doubt, some saves come easier than others, and I know this all too well. They're really making wrapping this thing up a difficult task.
Softly hit. Look at this. They're not going to get there. A base hit. And a relay home. Oh, and the tag will get him at the plate as the potential tying run is cut down trying to score.
Center field number 27. Giancarlo
Settling in now,
Giancarlo Stanton.
he'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Waiting on it is Brinson. Makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Yeah, he does surrender one run, so it wasn't a flawless performance. But in this game, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be good enough to win, and he was.
Close one tonight, 2-1 the final score.
Here now is
The
our final
Fish
line
used
score
a nice
tonight.
fifth inning to take the Tuesday night baseball now from Yankee Stadium here in the Bronx. Here we wrap up the homestand with the finale of this two-game series between the Miami Marlins and the New York Yankees. Ready now, Starlin Castro, and we are set for baseball here this evening. No contact there, and it's 1-2. And the skies are clear, but that's not helping the temperature much. 45 degrees here at first pitch. High in the air out to center field. Hicks is under it. He's got it one away. Stepping in, Miguel Rojas. He drove in one of their 2 runs in last night's ball game. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Hicks on the move, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Stepping in, JT Realmuto, and he has been, pardon the cliche, and fuego of late. Seen that average shoot up quite a bit over the past 8 ball games. And that's through for a hit. So the 2-out base hit and the top of the inning is still alive.
Hey, there's a nice knock by the 3-hole hitter. I know there's 2 outs, but they always say with your man coming up, the number 4-hole monster, as soon as he steps in the batter's box, there's a runner in scoring position.
Judge is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Marlins leave 1, and now the Bombers will get their shot. Here's big Aaron Judge. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. The 1-2 is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 3. Here's Brett Gardner now, looking for better results than last night when he went 0 for 4 in that one. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
After that swing, you just got to reset yourself. You still have a strike to work with, and you can't be thinking about how silly you just looked on that last pitch.
Got him. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and standing in now the third baseman, Manny Machado. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up ball 2. Guys, this Marlins ball club, as they begin play here tonight, 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, they started yesterday off on the right foot. If they can put together 2 games in a row, a lot of positive vibes start happening. You never know. This could be a jump start to big things.
Hit on the ground out to short. Played on the backhand. He had a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. Martin Prado now, as it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up to kick off the second inning. Popped him up. Gregorius calls for it. Looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone. Striding forward now is the DH. Brian Anderson took an 0 for 4 in the victory last night. Now it's swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. Montgomery isn't considered by many to be a power pitcher. He doesn't strike out a ton of guys, but he's usually very effective as starting pitchers go. One of those guys that uses his defense and makes the opponent put the ball in play.
Matty V, not all pitchers are going to be swing and miss guy. Even though this guy is a power pitcher, he pitches primarily down in the zone, and he looks behind him and he sees 8 fielders with the glove. He needs some help. He's not going to strike a lot of guys out, but he needs some help from his defense.
And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
There's a lot of moving parts in some guys' swings. It usually takes them a month or so to get it ironed out.
Into the box, Lewis Brinson. Lazy fly ball out to center field. Hicks is under it, and that ends the inning. One left for Miami. We'll go to the bottom of the. Here's Didi Gregorius. The 1-1. Makes him swing and miss on a ball out of the zone for strike two. Garcia, a native of the Dominican Republic. This is his first year at the big league level. A swing and a miss on a ball way out of the zone, and there's one away. Here's Andrew McCutchen now. He comes in with a 6-game hitting streak to his credit, so he'll look to keep that rolling in this one. And this runs inside, and that looked like it got him pretty good.
Yeah, there are a couple of things you don't want to do as a visiting pitcher. Never give the home crowd a reason to get involved early, and don't put guys on base to ignite a big inning. Well, mission accomplished on both fronts. We'll see how he responds.
And he fouls this one off. McCutchen stands at first with one out. Lying toward the gap in left center. And that's into the outfield for a one-out base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners following the one-out single. Now at the plate, Luke Boyd. He went hitless last night in a game where his guys could push across only one score. He's set and a 3-0 offering. Hit in the air to shallow center. Brinson has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner. Here's Neil Walker. He drove in his club's only run a night ago. High in the air out to center field. Waving out it is Brinson. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. The Yanks strand a pair. We'll move to the third with no score. Now at the plate, number 44, and he'll start out their half of the third. Top of the order to follow. 2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. Now a curveball here, nowhere close. That's in the dirt. It's 3-1. Well, Yankee Stadium, of course, features a number of nods to the great history of the organization and its legendary players. But apparently, when you hit 52 home runs as a rookie, you rightfully get your own cheering section built in your name.
What a magical year 2017 was for Aaron Judge. The slogan, "All Rise," fit him perfectly. What's really cool about it was the Yankees weren't even sure he was going to make the team coming out of spring training. He emerged into the scene, was the talk of baseball going into the All-Star break. Finished that off with a powerhouse into the season. One of the best young players the game of baseball has seen in a long time. All rise, Aaron Judge.
One there, on to first, not in time, as the umpire was right there to make the call.
Now batting.
Standing in, JT Realmuto. He reached on a single in his first try. 1-1, very weakly on the ground. High and deep to right center. Judge is on the move. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Marlins leave one. Home half of the third coming up. No score. At the plate, Aaron Hicks. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. A swing and a miss at one that almost hit him.
Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there. It's the depth of his sinker. Sometimes it's a matter of whether or not it's moving east-west, but that one right there had such good downward action. Great pitch.
Got him to chase out of the zone that time. Aaron Hicks is retired for the first out here in the bottom half of the third. That was a nasty-looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed, Matt. A classic strikeout pitch. You think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Sharp ground ball to third. And the throw is off target there, so he'll reach first base safely.
Now batting.
Stepping up to the plate, Manny Machado. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Drilled to the left side. A dive, and he knocks it down. But they'll still manage to get the out on the force, and with that fine play, the inning comes to an end. The Yanks leave the fourth, still scoreless. Stepping up now, number 45. He's 0 for 1 thus far. High fly ball out to straightaway center. After it is Hicks, 1 out.
Now batting.
Leadoff man retired. Here's Martin Prado. And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first two are retired here to begin inning number 4. Digging in to try it again, Brian Anderson. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. Now the 3-2 pitch. Fouled off. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Striding forward now, the Yankee cleanup hitter, Didi Gregorius, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
And that misses for ball 4. The leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the fourth. Next for New York, Andrew McCutchen. And maybe a little extra motivation for him here after being hit by a pitch in his first at-bat. He's set, and the 1-2 pitch. Fastball down near the shoe tops. Still all zeros in the run column here in the fourth inning. Dan, does this continue, or does somebody score here?
Oh, you have to let, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
So he got him swinging. Andrew McCutchen is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. Now that ball's hit well deep down the left field line, headed toward the foul pole. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. A payoff pitch one more time. Swing and a little tapper. Gregorius, base runner at first with 1 out. And he could only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat. In now, Luke Boyd.
First baseman, Luke Boyd.
Good opposite field power here, taken high and deep to right. Looking up is the right fielder, and it's gone. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. Number 10 for him on the year. And this is now a 2-0 lead for the Yankees.
As a pitcher, there's nothing worse than getting taken deep, but it's something every pitcher has to deal with. Even the best pitchers give up home runs. You just have to refocus and go after the next hitter.
Stepping in now, Neil Walker. The 2-2 one more time. He's offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 3. So coming to the plate, Derek Dietrich. He'll start off the 5th in this one. A ball and 2 strikes.
Well, you've got it working on the mound when they're swinging right through it, even when you're putting it right down the middle of the strike zone. Not the greatest of game plans, though.
Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the 2-seamer, and that's out number 1. And that'll bring in the multi-dimensional Lewis Brinson. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. To third. Machado has it. And there's out number 2.
Now batting.
Into the box now. Number 44 comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the. Now at the plate, Aaron Hicks. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. The 1-1 home. Waves and misses for strike number 2. Two balls and 2 strikes to Hicks now.
I know he buried that slider in right there, but that's a dangerous pitch. If he doesn't pot commit and bury that inside, it leaks out over the plate. He can get hurt with that pitch.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Brinson is in his tracks now, and he's got it for out number 1. Here's big Aaron Judge. He's gone down on strikes twice already in this one. And Dan, when you know you have a chance to hand someone a hat trick for the game, is there any extra motivation to punch him out again?
Hey, there's no doubt about that, Matt. When you have a good hitter like this and you've punched him out twice already, you just want to continue to go out there and make good pitches and see if you can't dominate him for a third time.
2 runs on 2 hits and no errors for the Yankees so far. He struck him out. The 3rd time he's fanned in the game. Ready for another shot now. Brett Gardner 0 for 2 from him so far in this one.
Well, he's done a great job on the hill throughout this game, and it's something to be proud of anytime you can pitch a good game in this ballpark, especially when it's not your home ballpark.
And he's safe at first, so a costly mistake on the drop 3rd strike as now the inning will continue. Here's Manny Machado now. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Now the 2-1 is swung on and missed for strike number 2. Oh, and look out as this runs in and gets him. The 2nd man he's plunked in this one.
Well, I bet the manager breathed a sigh of relief when he saw he wasn't hurt that badly. The last thing they can afford to lose is a guy like that for any length of time.
Into the box now, Didi Gregorius. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw on to first, and the Yankee threat goes by the boards as the inning is over. Yanks strand a pair, but they're on top 2-0. So the lineup flips over and digging in, Starlin Castro. It was a single for him in his last at-bat.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Digging in, Miguel Rojas. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Gregorius is under it, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting, catcher.
Ready for another chance, JT Realmuto. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets to.
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. Nothing doing here this half. The 5-6. He's lead it 2-0. Nick Whitcomb enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th. And that changeup makes him jump, a swing and a miss. and this one ran in and got him. And that's twice now he's been hit in this one.
Well, no one really likes getting plunked by a pitch, but as long as it doesn't do too much damage, most guys will take it any day. A free pass can be a big deal if the guys behind you can make it hurt for the pitcher.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. A swing and a miss at a ball down.
As a hitter, you know the pitcher's trying to work you down around the knees in a double play situation, so making him get a pitch up and actually in the zone is a must.
Now a throw over. Don't want to forget about it. The 1-2. Gets him looking. Strike three. Luke Voigt will stand in again as we flash you back here to the fourth inning. This was a two-run home run that was definitely one of the big blows of the ball game to this point. Grounder down the line at third, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. McCutchen, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. Swing and a miss on the breaking pitch. 2 away. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. A little bouncer. Pulled toward right center field. Waiting on it is Brinson. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. 1-2. Back here in the Bronx, Yankees leading this one as we get ready to start the 7th. But before we do, here's a look at our game summary to this point. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Boy, he's having a hard time just putting the ball in play right now. He took the hat trick with 3 strikeouts yesterday, and here's another one today. Looks to me like he just needs to simplify his approach and focus on making some contact.
All even at 2-2. Sent toward first, and this will get taken in at first for the second out of the inning. Now at the plate, Brian Anderson. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. No runs, 3 hits, and 1 error so far for the Marlins. Hit high in the air down the right field line. In comes Judge. He's around first, heading for 2. Around second now, and they still haven't flagged this one down. And he is into third with a 2-out triple.
Every coach will tell you when you're down by 2, you don't want to take too many chances on the base pass. Regardless, he hustles into third for the triple, and the tying run is coming to the plate.
And the inning is going to continue here as he reaches on an infield single.
You know, D-Roll, as a pitcher, that can be so frustrating. You're taught to try to go out there and make quality pitches, and that was a really good pitch. And I would be willing to bet you he's surprised that that turned into an infield single.
And the second baseman is there to make the play, and that ends. Higuera gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. Coming to the plate now, Aaron Hicks. He flew out in his last at-bat. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
Not a bad pitch right there on 0-2, a fastball. And I think as a hitter right now, you have to continue to go up there looking to hit off the fastball.
And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight.
Nice job there taking care of the leadoff hitter via the strikeout. I'll tell you, in a 1-run game, especially this late, getting that first guy in the inning is so important. It changes the whole complexion of the inning, so that was a big out.
Now the payoff pitch home is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Wow, he's just a lost cause in this one. That's the 4th time he struck out in this game alone, and that's not something you'll forget very quickly. That's about as bad of a day as you can have.
Standing in now, Brett Gardner. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
Line drive to center field. But this will not get down quickly enough as it's pulled in out there in center, and that ends the inning. So the Yanks go 1. They're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Digging in, number 44, 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Well hit to right, but a foul ball.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
Count still full, 3-2. The 3-2 one more time. And he finally puts him away here as he strikes him out after an 11-pitch at bat. The 1-1.
Second baseman.
Rounded down the third baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. Slapped hard the opposite way, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Dan, as a former pitcher, are you privy to this guy? I mean, he's been swinging the bat well. I know it's only April, but he's been using the entire field, staying line to line.
That's what makes it so hard as a pitcher, when you can't go one way when you pitch a guy in. He pulls it. When you throw it away, he hits it the other way. He's having that ability right now just to be able to get the barrel to it, and he's having a real strong beginning to this season.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And a heck of an effort over there at first, but it'll be for naught as this is a foul ball. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Pulled high in the air out to left field. And Gardner there to make the catch. Inning over. 1 left for Miami. Our score remains 2-1. Number 56 will take the ball now as the new pitcher.
Number 56.
Here's Manny Machado now. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
Well, these hitters can expect to see a heavy dose of that big fastball from this reliever. It's a major part of his arsenal.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Didi Gregorius. He was a ground-out victim last time up. Now a ball lined to the left side, but this is a foul ball. Now the 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed. He got him. In now is the Yankees DH, Andrew McCutchen. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time. Marlins have some action in the bullpen now as a right-hander is up and throwing. Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a swing. The beautiful views of Manhattan at night. Welcome back to this MLB Network broadcast from right here in the Big Apple. Zach Britton will come on out of the bullpen as he'll be appearing in his third game this season. Fouled away. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, here's the pitch. Hit hard back up the middle. Oh, but a super diving catch takes away a hit. And we'll get a look one more time here as we slow this play down, and you can see how quickly he reacts to the ball there as he's able to get full extension and take away the base hit. In now, Martin Prado. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, and this is going to wind up a foul ball. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out. Trying to pick things up where we left off, Brian Anderson. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Miami, good night.
Well, as a former pitcher, you know I love these low-scoring games as opposed to those slugfests. This was like a throwback game when home runs weren't so common and pitching was really dominant. No complaints here.
Close one tonight, 2-1 the final score. New York took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end. Jordan Montgomery wins his 3rd of the season as he turns in 8 strong innings of work. Arlene Garcia struck out 10 in the losing effort. Zach Britton wraps it up for the save, his 1st of the year. So that's a wrap here tonight. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, we're all thanking you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. Have a great night.
Our final line score tonight, first for the victorious Yankees. 2 runs on just 2 hits. No errors. They left 6 men on base. For the Marlins, 1 run on 6 hits. With 1 error, they left 5 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 35 minutes. Our paid attendance here tonight at Yankee Stadium, 53,325. The Yankees thank you for attending and remind you to please drive home safely.